Hi guys, time for another paper aeroplane from the Complete Book of Paper Aeroplanes by David Woodruff. That cost me £1.25 in a charity shop, Cancer Research UK. I'm working my way through the book. I think that's the next one to do, isn't it? Yes, I remember doing the roulette aerobatic jet. So this must be the next one. Autumn Drop Glider. Okay, so I just use scrap paper. You could tear the page out and fold it up following the fold lines, or you could photocopy it. I'm just following those instructions. Sometimes you need to take measurements if you do it my way, and I found if I use centimetres on here, and for each centimetre, if I use ½ an inch on here, it transfers across quite neatly. So we need to measure down here 2.5 centimetres. So that will be 2.5 inches. That's quite a long way. Nah, not 2.5 inches. Pay attention, Grandad. 2.5 half inches. So 1/2 an inch, 2 ½ inches, and then ½ an inch is a quarter. Half of a half is a quarter. So in other words, 1¼ inches there. I'm making this sound very complicated. When actually it's quite simple. You could just judge it and guess it, but you won't get the same, exactly the same end result. So, first fold the top down. Now it does talk about printed side and plain side. The printed side is the side you'd have the pretty pattern on, obviously. Only because I'm just using pre-printed paper, it won't be a pretty pattern. It'll just be writing. Okay, and then fold the top corners in. If I just give that a little bit of a bend in the middle, we'll know where the centre is, so we know how far to fold it. This is going to be another one of those ones that's going to end up quite thick when you've finished folding it. Right, and then we fold that down, and that looks like that's 2.2 centimetres. Which will be 2½ inches, 0.2, which is there. found when I've been doing this filming, quite often I've disappeared off to the right a bit, out of camera shot, because I've been focused on what I'm doing and not on the not on what I'm actually doing for the camera. Alright, there we go. And then fold that one back. To there, so we've got a little nose pointing out. Okay, then fold the whole thing this way. They don't want to fold very neatly, they're a bit fat. It really doesn't want to fold very neatly. But we do really want the wings to be the same size, don't we? Otherwise it's going to be a bit unbalanced. Come on, fold. Got there in the end. And then fold that back down again. Oh, this one's got a little bit of a cut out of it for a tail fin. That's about 2.5. So 1.25. And that fold goes away. Is that right? Did I get that right? Yeah, 1.25. 2. The only problem with doing it this way, with all the measuring, is it takes so much longer to do it. So the video gets a bit longer than I want it to be. Believe it or not, I'm trying to keep these down to about 5 minutes and they end up around 20 minutes. So that one needs to go in that direction, something like that. And that one pops up that way. So that is our, what's it called? Autumn drop glider. Okay, we'll see if it flies. Well, Autumn Drop Glider. That was a pain. It was very sensitive to any little bends and nicks. So I'll get it set up nicely because it hits the wall behind the camera and that distorts it a little bit. So I've spent probably an hour trying to get a good flight or on target. I've hit the camera a few times there. If I find the shots, I'll include them at the end there in the edit. But yeah, it does fly very well, but it's very sensitive to any trim. So as I say, when it hits and bends up a little bit or buckles a little bit, I have to try and straighten it out for each flight. But it flew, so still haven't got the hang of that camera. On my normal camera I can turn the viewing panel right round so I can actually see what I'm doing. On this one, unless I use it on the selfie mode, which is lower resolution, I can't see what's going on. Not from when I'm throwing it anyway. So, yeah, there we go. Autumn Drop Glider, and that's page 132 we're up to. So, not many more to go.